Past, present and future. Holy Spirit.
Well, one, he's a wanker. No, but on a serious note, he's a liar. He's a liar and he's a traitor. He's just had the worst slapping on the local elections that he could have had. And in principle of that, he stands there and says, I don't want to send this country into chaos. Look around you, the country's already in chaos.
One love, man.
We have our own problems, we don't need everyone else's. We need to be looking after our own country and our own people first, and then worry about others.
It's very important that this nation remembers its roots, remember that it's a people and a collective, and that we need to stand together against this elitist cabal. Keir Starmer is essentially hates this country. He puts the he puts the indigenous people last. He creates a two-tiered system.
One thing I want to put out, we have to locally get involved in politics. All right, who's going to be? I know what you're going to say.
Tommy and his team for what they have achieved today.
Well, he needs to go, but the replacements, they're pretty nondescript, aren't they, as well? So, you know, there is no real answer other than there's got to be a general election at some point.
Everybody can see that citizens come second, and he's not listening to people, and that's exactly why everyone's had enough. Branding us far right, racist, is absolutely ludicrous.
There's one character I saw rise to fame on social media, who I found very bloody entertaining.
There's a rhetoric that they have just doesn't belong in this country. Sharia law just doesn't belong in this country.
Η Ελλάδα από τον πόλεμο. να κλείσουν οι βάσεις του θανάτου. Έχουμε δικαίωμα να ζήσουμε. Παλεύουμε και θα τα καταφέρουμε.
Ενάντια στην πολεμική οικονομία που θυσιάζει τις ζωές μας, βάζει τα κέρδη στον πολεμικό ανταγωνισμό μπροστά και όχι τις δικές μας ανάγκες. Και να πούμε ένα μεγάλο όχι στην εκμετάλλευση, όχι στην καταπίεση και ένα μεγάλο ναι στην ειρήνη και την φιλία και την αλληλεγγύη των λαών για να αλλάξει αυτή η κοινωνία και να απαλλαγούμε μια και οριστικά από τους πολέμους, τη φτώχεια, την προσφυγιά και την αδικία που μαστίζει τις ζωές μας.
Για την Ελλάδα, θεωρούμε, αυτά που λένε για να μας κοιμήσουν δεν περνάνε στο λαό κάτω. Ακόμα και αυτοί που δεν είναι παρόντες, το σκέφτονται ότι έτσι είναι και αυτό πιστεύουμε ότι και οι Επιτροπές Ειρήνης και οι μαζικοί φορείς που λειτουργούν μέσα από τις Επιτροπές Ειρήνης βοηθάνε σε αυτό το γεγονός.
Κριτήρια αλλά και στόχοι πολεμικών επιχειρήσεων. Οι συστηματικές παραβιάσεις του διεθνούς δικαίου.
Οι λαοί, όπως και ο δικός μας λαός, οι λαοί που αντιμετωπίζουν τις συνέπειες των υπεριαλιστικών πολέμων για τα συμφέροντα των ισχυρών. Οι ληστές στον πόλεμο δεν πρέπει.
There he is, that's our fighter friend. That's the fighter friend.
Are you going to resign? What are you going to say to the Prime Minister?
Are you going to stand for leader?
Is that going to be your phone call? Prime Minister.
Perfect timing.
What'd you say, Mr. Streeton? Did you bottle it, Mr. Streeton?
With your shoulder.
Scrapping NHS England, something the Prime Minister announced 14 months ago. But then I suppose the Health Secretary has been a bit distracted lately, hasn't he? Yeah, hasn't he? Yeah. He's chuntering now. Why don't you just do your job? Do your job. Even worse, Mr. Speaker, is what isn't in the gracious speech. There's no point in giving me dirty looks. We all know what he's been up to. You'll know. Even worse, Mr. Speaker.
The culture of corporate governance in the UK is wrong. It lets people get away with far too much. It's run in the interests of the bosses, but not in the interests of the workers. And we should have a much tougher regime that protects the interests of everybody. And we just don't have that at the moment. You know, we saw last week the CEO of Northern Rail paying himself a bonus when trains have got worse this year from last year. You know, bonus for what? They are rewarding themselves for failure, and that just shouldn't be possible.
Close the door! Not now, Andy. Blackrock, open the door. Blackrock!
The results are tough. They are very tough. And there is no sugarcoating this. We have lost brilliant Labour representatives across the country. These are people who put so much into their communities, so much into our party and our movement. And that hurts. And it should hurt. And I take responsibility. When voters send a message like this, we must reflect and we must respond.
This government is like a bad episode of Game of Thrones. His own people have turned against him, and all the while, the Prime Minister is holed up in his castle, wetting himself about a visit from the King in the North. Yesterday, Mr. Speaker, one Labour MP actually said that his days are numbered. Mr. Speaker, I think the whole country is sick of this man's tone-deaf, pompous moralising. Last week, we all saw him punch the Speaker's chair. This is not a man who is in control. Since the last King's speech, it's been one disaster after another. Cronyism, jobs for friends of convicted paedophiles, peerages for other friends of convicted paedophiles, broken promises on taxes, U-turn after U-turn after U-turn. He's lost a deputy prime minister, 2 chiefs of staff, 2 cabinet secretaries, the support of his backbenchers and all his credibility.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The problem the Prime Minister's got is no one believes him. The public don't believe him. The MPs on this side of the House don't believe him. His own gullible backbenchers don't believe him. So does the Prime Minister agree with me? He's been lying.
Prime Minister, Mr. Speaker, we all know that the Prime Minister appointed Mandelson because he owes his job to him. Yep. He appointed him, he defended him, and now he claims to know nothing. He is gaslighting the nation. Yep. So let's call this out for what it is. The Prime Minister is a barefaced liar, and if he had any decency left...
No, order, sit and leave. Leave now. I'll name you otherwise and go now if I were you.
But I think overall what's happened is a truly historic shift in British politics. We've been so used to thinking about politics in terms of left and right, and yet what Reform are able to do is to win in areas that have always been conservative, but equally we're proving in a big way we can win in areas that Labour have dominated, frankly, since the end of World War I. At the moment, we're winning 1 in 3 of all the seats that are up, but I genuinely think the best is yet to come. I'm very excited about the North East results, the Yorkshire results, some more to come in the West Midlands. Essex, we're feeling supremely confident, and that's significant given that half the Cheddar Cabinet have seats in Essex. So it's a big, big day. It's a big, big day, not just for our party, but for a complete reshaping of British politics in every way.